Okay, our home faces south, and this is the water meter, and it's an electronic water meter, so it's going to be kind of difficult for us to determine whether it's leaking or not. Alright, so we're just looking at that 33, and we're going to come back for a 33. Now, I shouldn't be telling you this, explaining this. You see this arrow coming on? This valve is parallel, just like on the gas line. Parallel is on, perpendicular is off. You turn it around, you put the padlock if you don't pay your bills. This might be the way you turn off the water to your house. Alright? Because I cannot find a main water shutoff valve. We're supposed to have one, and I cannot locate one. So, that's something to think about. We'll come back to that 33. Alright? Main water shutoff valve should be up here somewhere. It's not. This is a termite bait station. Alright, so I know the home has been treated with Termidor because there's a notice on the electric load center panel cabinet. And then these bait stations, sometimes these are consumer based units. Sometimes they're professional. So you should ask the seller, what's this about the bait stations out here? So, no, it's not a bait station. Excuse me. This is a pop-up valve. Remember earlier on when I talked about the exterior water system and there's different ways to handle it? This is how you handle it. You got this drain goes under the ground and it pops out. That's a perfect example. That's a zone. I already checked it. So you may have a main shutoff valve in this mulch, this termite infested mulch. It's not infested, I'm sorry. But this mulch is very conducive to destroying insects. You might have a shutoff valve buried in here, but I'm not going to excavate the yard to look for that. So, disregard the termite statement. Disregard any termite statement. We've got the meter is in the yard, in the parkway between the curb and the parkway sidewalk. This is a main sewer clean out. It'd be nice if we had a double, but we've got some on some walls around that you've seen in some other videos. That is this main sewer clean out to the house in the flower bed on the east side of the front portico. And then over here, this valve right here, this is for the main drain for your swimming pool. That's a good thing. We're supposed to have that. I was looking for that. I wanted that to be here, and it is here. That's the main drain. It's a vacuum breaker for the swimming pool drain. That's a good thing. Alright, so we go to drains, then we go to gas. I've already been here. The gas is on this side of the house. It'd be nice if we had a little bit of paint. This shutoff valve is acceptable. We're going to move on around here a little bit. Kind of zigzag people. Doing zigzag things. Alright. Your ADT, isn't it? Attention definitely. The ADD home inspector. Alright. Moving along here with Lesdexia. This is the closest valve to the street. And you already noticed that this one, the vacuum breaker is leaking, but it's still the closest valve to the street, to the meter. We're looking for between 40 and 80 psi. Alright. Well, it's not leaking now. How about that? Okay. Okay, we got a little over 80 psi. And we need to let this set for a couple minutes. Alright. So then we're going to carry this on. These are the control wires for the lawn sprinkler system. This is the weather sensor. Rain-free sensor for the weather, for the system. Okay, so we waited a little bit. We're going to lose a little bit of water here, but we're not going to lose a gallon. Alright, we're looking for that 33. We still there? Just a little over 80 psi. I'm going to come back and take a still image of that for posterity. We're moving on along here, and we'll go back up again to the lawn sprinkler system. Sorry about that. It's okay for your meter to be located in the parkway between the parkway sidewalk and the curb. That's okay. That meter belongs to the municipality. This, you'll get a ticket for not mowing this or letting it die, but this isn't yours, okay? This is yours. Okay, this belongs to the city. This is yours if it's like Dallas anyway. Doesn't have to be. So what I'm saying is this is the check valve for the lawn sprinkler system. It's supposed to be over here on this side of the sidewalk. It's on the wrong side of the sidewalk. What else about this thing? Well, what we've got here is our hand. It's buried. It's supposed to be excavated about 3 inches so you can reach around and grab it. The floor's supposed to be lined with gravel. It's supposed to be serviced every year. Nobody does that, but it's supposed to be serviced every year. And because it's buried, I can't tell if it's even complete. I have seen the tops of these where the bottoms were gutted out. Alright? When they discovered that was after move-in. That's when it was discovered. You don't want to discover that after move-in. You want that excavated. You can see what you got. That's what you want. Alright? So, and we're still at 33 psi. How about that? So, I can't really tell because this is electronic. I cannot really tell because this is electronic. It's the best I can do. I don't think you have a water leak. So what do we learn? We learned that we're not suspicious of a water leak. We learned that we cannot locate a water shutoff valve. We learned that our water pressure is a little high. We learned that our sprinkler check valve is in the parkway. We learned that it's buried and not accessible and hasn't been serviced. Still 33.